Hello friends and antagonists, both minor and major, I'm Essel, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time, we managed to write a poem so good that Yuri liked us, and we got a little scene with Yuri, which is awesome. So we're about to read the book she gave us. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? Same, honestly. Same. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slap my desk controls up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. Oh, this is so cute. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's like as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. It's so cute! We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all the things she says and does. Oh my god. That's so cold. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. I guess he's trying to be insightful, but... It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Essel, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back in my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Oh, this is the time. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Also, sorry we're lacking on commentary right now. I know it's usually my jam, but got a lot of reading to do. So we're gonna keep reading until we get some more. I don't know. It's probably not gonna be any less reading later on. So I guess I'll pause more often and take stock of what's going on. I'm just personally kind of enthralled by the narrative so far. I'm on the railroad already. So I'm just reading. I couldn't really find what's inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. So again, this is sort of like going to reflect their personalities. Sayori, a little haphazard, a little spacey, a little sort of not on top of her shit. So she's got this like random notebook page. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook because she's kind of perfect. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting right from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Here we go. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, we just have this nice time with Yuri, right? We gotta, at this point. Just gonna compulsively save. Oh, this is a good jam. Oh, I haven't mentioned yet. The OST. Pretty strong so far. It's a little loopy. But this is nice. It's a little bit of an Animal Crossing vibe from this one, but that's not a bad thing. It's very chill. Very relaxing. We gotta talk to Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair, but she likes you now, so... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh, what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? Yeah, I guess you're right, Yuri. It's okay. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You're using imagery and metaphors in case you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of want to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That was nice. That's nice. Some good color imagery was really nice. The flickering's nice. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it'd take you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Essel. Really? Must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Ouch. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. I thought of it. This episode, not so much. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Essel. Me too. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so... I think given that this ended at like the perfect time, we're gonna save it up here. And I'll be back in the next episode with more of this. So hopefully y'all are enjoying this series so far. I'm having a blast. This is a good time. This is just a good visual novel so far, and I'm excited to see the other half. So well, hopefully we'll get there in the near future. But until next time, folks, consider subscribing if you have not already. Lets you find the next video and I have my other stuff easily and quickly and when it comes out. And of course, I stream every night on Twitch as well. So hopefully I will see you all very soon. But until then, enjoy yourselves and peace out.